Hi, it's Claire from Cluesy Clinic here. Thank you so much for tuning into my frequency today. I just wanted to touch base today around fibromyalgia. I see a lot of clients in my clinic that have had fibromyalgia, so I thought best to do a video about it. So for those of you who don't know or don't know of somebody who has suffered or suffering from fibromyalgia, it is quite a debilitating disease where every single muscle in the body is in pain. And sometimes the pain can travel around, sometimes it's everywhere, but sometimes, today it's in my shoulders, tomorrow it's in my knees. Now, it's not have a simple blood test and get diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is like an umbrella diagnosis, and you have to satisfy, a handful of symptoms, and then they'll say, oh, you have fibromyalgia. Current medical treatment is narcotic painkillers, other quite horrific painkillers, some antidepressants and some sedatives. What causes fibromyalgia? Well, the medical world, they don't know. They say it's an autoimmune disease that attacks the body. The body is attacking itself in the muscle tissue. Now, here in ANF, when you're ANF trained and here in Cluesy Clinic, we try to find the source of the issues. So in my experience and in the experience of the hundreds of practitioners around the world that use the ANF medical devices, our experience with fibromyalgia patients is a highly inflamed nervous system from emotional traumas or physical traumas of some sort, or a very, very sluggish lymphatic system from a viral illness that somebody had, whether it was when they were in their teens or in their 20s. Sometimes you'll find, well, in my clinic, 80% of my clients with fibromyalgia have had glandular fever in their lifetime, quite severely, and then they might get a Ross River fever or something like that on top of all of that. So their poor lymphatic system is so overwhelmed and overloaded with virus that it's got nothing left to fight and to keep the body moving. So how does ANF therapy help with fibromyalgia? Well, in a few ways. First is we listen, because people with fibromyalgia, they feel like people just tell them that they're making it up in their head, that there's no, you can't possibly be in all of that pain. They feel like their body's failed them. But we listen. We try to figure out, was it a trauma that started all of this? And, you've got to remember, as we've talked about before, sometimes traumas take 10, 15, 20 years to show up in the body, because the body's sort of got that trauma embedded, and it takes that long for the body to start breaking down to let you know that there actually is a problem there. Also, if you have had a viral illness of some sort, we thoroughly check your lymphatic system, and if that is the issue, then we will help your lymphatic system with our medical devices. If it's your nervous system that's inflamed, we work with the main nerves and reducing inflammation in those main nerves. And if the nerves are not inflamed, then they give the right muscles to the message and the pain goes away. So in my clinic, I have seen more than 2 handfuls of fibromyalgia clients who are no longer in pain. Some of these people had been in pain for 20 to 30 years, had been on every painkiller, had not been able to work, had felt like their life was 0 out of 10 quality of life, and now they're running around happy as Larry and getting back to the way life for them should be, with a quality of life, 7 to 10 out of 10. So there is hope for people with fibromyalgia. It is a horrific, debilitating condition that people suffer from, and a lot more people than you would think suffer from fibromyalgia. But there is hope, and I can tell you with very much certainty and authority that in the hundreds of therapists around the world that use the ANF medical devices, we have helped thousands of clients or patients with fibromyalgia kick the pain, kick the painkillers, and get back to life. Mikhail, the inventor, actually has 100% success rate. I have a 98.9% success rate. The 1.1 that wasn't successful didn't continue the treatment, so they moved overseas. So yeah, it is debilitating, but it doesn't need to be. So if you have fibromyalgia, or if you know somebody that has had fibromyalgia, please give me a call. I'd love to have a chat. I'd love to listen to them, and I'd love to be able to help them. All right, well, thanks again for tuning in. See you later.